discover the natural power of ashwagandha, an ancient herb known for its healing properties. For over 3,000 years, ashwagandha has been trusted to reduce stress, increase energy, and improve focus. Our ashwagandha is carefully grown, harvested, and processed to retain its maximum potency. Each root is hand-picked and dried, then ground into a pure organic powder, ensuring the highest quality. Simply mix 1 teaspoon into your favorite beverage or take it in capsule form as prescribed by a healthcare professional. Whether you're looking to balance your stress levels, boost your immune system, or enhance mental clarity, ashwagandha offers a natural solution. Experience the benefits of ancient wisdom backed by modern science. Trust nature. Trust ashwagandha. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Yes, for only $23.90, get yourself some ashwagandha, however you'd like to pronounce it. Ashwagandha.
Yeah, they got me all messed up. I thought you got the best English. You told me ashwagandha. I can't even pronounce. Tell me accent. That's the ashwagandha. Ashwagandha. Fun.
I'm trying to reflect to some of our poor speaking English brothers. They would say ashwagandha.
Yeah. Ashwagandha. That's an ashwagandha. Hey, did you guys didn't do the music show yesterday, did you? I think I missed it.
Yeah, we did. We waited for you guys to request music. Or like,
I didn't see you guys. I think I was still in. I might have been still in the. You guys did at the same time. I think I was at the DMV.
Yep, same time.
Yeah, I think I was in the DMV yesterday in Jacksonville.
I didn't see Jason either. I didn't see John Mosquito, but I did have some.
Yeah, I think I missed you. I was too. Yeah, I was at the DMV yesterday in Jacksonville, Florida. So it was packed as hell up there. They're like 20 of them around the city. They sent me to the one that was supposed to be the less crowded. It was crowded as hell up there. I said, "Man, they mom up in here. Jesus Christ. Shit."
It is what it is. But anyway, karibuni sana family. You guys are doing amazing. Good afternoon from you guys and good evening from my end. It is exactly 55 minutes past the top of the hour. Yes, we've not been able to see each other today, of course, for those who have missed my show. But here I am, literally the last show of May till June. That's when you're gonna see me back right here on the studio. I'm gonna miss you guys a lot, but of course I believe we're gonna be able to air shows, stream shows on whatever we're gonna be doing. Ain't sure on that, but we're gonna be giving you guys details on what we'll be doing. But karibuni sana to the Africa Today show. My name is Joby. To the first time listeners and to the returning listeners, you got Mr. Black of Fire in the background as well. But yes, today we shall be keeping it short, nice and easy, catching up with you guys, and of course letting you guys know the updates of the next coming 2 weeks, how the shows will be running. We'll be having Kamlesh Iwaton running all the continuous episodes. Iwaton will be taking over the Africa Today show. We have Kamlesh coming in from 12 midday. And 12 midday with some updates, midday updates, music as we catch up with him. Since we're not going to be having actually the music show in the morning, so we'll be having Kamlesh.
They don't be up in the morning like that anyway. It's like 12 o'clock at night.
Yep. So yeah, you'll be having Kamlesh and the midday vibes, and then we'll be having Iwaton with the news and updates coming from Africa.
And then you got to see Joby every now and then in Tanzania as they stream live too, guys. They'll be streaming from time to time as they take you on the trip, and the men out there trying to get them, like the men was out there trying to get them in Kenya today. They was out there minding their business. They was looking at Shimani's booty cheeks. Hey, what tribe you on with that big old butt cheeks?
Men are so annoying out here. Oh my goodness. It's so men are so annoying.
They try to touch you too, Joby. Joby got a little, nyash. I don't know if Yes, Jovi's got a little ass too. American, they get that ass
For
chart.
me, for me, I'll give you the eye. You won't touch. You won't dare. Like I think I really have. I have this sort of eye. I'll give you. It just communicates. For me, it's the eye. I think if you even get from most of my colleagues, like Shwani, I have an eye. I'll give you the eye. You will not dare. Like don't dare. Because the next, for me, I feel like I'm even today. I was even walking like this. Like I was ready. Like feet ready. Like I'm like, don't you dare do something crazy, you know? Don't you? So for me to avoid it easily, if I see someone actually is trying to touch me, I swing
Yeah,
it. I know, like swing my body, like avoiding their
yeah,
hands,
I got
So
you. Yeah.
don't touch
But
me. And
Shimani
if you
wasn't aware. Shimani wasn't aware that booty too big now to swing. Like, oh shit, got me, got me.
that is money, man, we had a very hard time trying to book our tickets there. Someone
Take
was
it.
asking, "What tribe are you?" Like I was like,
Wow,
"She's
that's
Kenyan."
crazy.
I mean, she's Kenyan. I answered on her behalf. I'm like, she's Kenyan.
Yeah,
What the
yeah.
heck do you know what tribe she is? She's Kenyan. And then she went ahead and said, I'm a Kenyan and Sudanese. And then he went ahead and then he's giving her a high five. I'm like, you are such a dummy. You just asked this lady what tribe she is from Kenya, and then she told you she's Kenyan
You
and
sued
Sudanese.
me.
Like, did you get the answer you really wanted? I'm like a high five. It's so crazy, man. But yeah, that's
That would happen. That would happen. You go in Nairobi CBD, you meet all kind of morons.
oh yeah, oh yeah. It's crazy, man. It's super, super crazy. But anyway, Caribbean is our family. I see Jason, Emily in the building. Hope you guys are doing amazing today.
Go on, Jason. What's going on, Neil?
Hope you had a beautiful, easy week and you're ready
Have
for
you
the
guys? Yeah, for the week, Joey's gonna go get her hair done and nails. Get ready for Tanzania. They about to find out. They about to go on a bus and chill like a nice better buses than we got. Tell you that. But anyway, we got them horrible greyhounds. Um,
I don't
if
know
you
if it's
guys
what
think
you guys have, but anyway, we'll see. Yeah.
our
They
buses
should
are terrible, Joby. Our buses across the country are terrible. Look up, say Greyhound. Go to YouTube and say Greyhound bus. Greyhound. Greyhound. I refuse to ride on them damn things.
all right. Let me see. Greyhound
I would
bus.
I rather go to hell than have to ride a Greyhound bus, Joby. And I had to ride one 6 years ago. Oh my God, that was gonna die. I shot myself in the head.
Maybe we have a Greyhound bus here. That's what you're cheering us with, we're kind of way behind. So
Nah. You guys got to beat on the bus. Our buses are horrible, Joe. Horrible, horrible. We got a third world bus system, Joby. Well, for supposedly a first world country. The bus system. They won't put no one. The bus system in America is horrible, Joe. Horrible. Look inside. Look inside when say inside the Greyhound bus as they
inside.
drive across the. They horrible.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Raggedy, horrible. You won't hear nobody say nothing good about it, Joe. They're horrible. Every, but I found out why our bus system is so bad. I found out it was racism again. I listened to this young lady say, why they're gonna bring out there. He said, you know why our bus system's so bad? It's racism. I said, hey, for a bus? Come on. He said, yeah. They said, yeah, because they only want to build fucked up buses for black people in poverty to ride and keep them fucked up. I was like, what? That's why the bus system is so bad. Look at that horrible ass bus. The buses are terrible. Ain't no Netflix on the back of that bus. And ain't nothing but coops and crackpots. And when you ride, and they wanted to make a stigma for poor people, poor black people. They said, everything these people do is about racism. So they refuse to update the buses. And so it's a stigma, Joey. If you ride that Greyhound bus, you're low budget, you're a bum, and you're poor.
Man, I'm really shocked by what you're saying, being honest, because today and Shmani being my honest second reviewer. I saw a bus
Yeah.
similar like this in town, and I was like, wow.
But we don't say wow. We say, oh my God, this bus is horrible. Bus is horrible.
Cause oh my goodness, I don't know. We really have old buses. If you're talking about really old
I
buses.
know. I know you guys do. I know you guys do. But that,
They
see,
now carry more
and
than 1.4 million passengers year over 25 million kilometers. Their comprehensive intercity network.
Okay, no, really making sense. Let's see. That's in South Africa. Um, they're even in South Africa, Greyhounds. This is 5 months ago. They have new buses. They have new buses. This is 5 months ago, kids. So they have new buses. All right. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, the buses we watched on, they were really kind of cute. Personally, I really like them. If I try to compare our first trip to Tanzania and our second, third trip, this is our fourth one. It's not the services we're getting offered right now. Number one, we booked or we got a VIP only bus. It comes with a refrigerator, comes with a microwave. You can warm your own food in case you carried your own personal own food. I don't know, flexing about advances that should be there from the beginning. But yeah, it's a good experience to see that Africa is getting to this point. I don't know, we'll see if we get into the main ground, see how good the experience is. Because we've had a couple of our trips actually being not kind of a good experience. There's a trip where Katie came sitting down because of we booked the ticket, then the company ended up saying we didn't book the ticket, but we hope to see how this one is gonna go. So yeah, for the next 2 weeks we're not gonna be here, me, myself, and Shumani, but yeah, we'll be having Kamlesh and Iwaton running the other shows. We'll be having Iwaton taking over my shows. That is the not really the Pan African Blaze show, but of course with the Let's Pop with the Watson. Just exactly my time. And then we'll be having the Rhythm Scoop show on Mondays. We'll be having the reaction shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays, just as normal. We'll be having Tubonge on Wednesdays as normal. And then Fridays, the Rhythm Scoop show. The mid shows will continue as normal. But for the Africa Today show, Iwaton is the one taking over. That's why you had Kate telling you guys to be kind, be nice to her. Yeah, be kind, be nice, be gentle, be nice to her. Okay, yeah, you guys, be nice to her. I know most of you how, I don't know, but you're fine. I'm gonna miss you guys, of course, for the next 2 weeks, but of course, we'll be updating you also about what we'll be doing in Tanzania. I'm so excited, personally, to be honest. I'm super, super happy, super, super excited. I don't know, it's the Sagittarius in me. It's just, it's just so the light, just like I'm just excited about it. Yeah. So shout out to Blackout Fire literally for making this possible once again and again. But shout out to Emil and shout out to Jason in the building. I see Emil says it is true Greyhound is now owned by the Chinese. Oh, that's a question you're asking. Is it true that now Greyhound is owned by Chinese? I have to check that and see. Greyhound Amrak. Let me see if Greyhound is owned by Chinese. Then I'll be giving you an answer by that. Just
what happened with the Chinese?
They're saying no. Greyhound is not owned by Chinese company. Greyhound Lines is a US based intercity bus operator and subsidiary to fix. I can read the rest, but yeah, it's not owned
Yeah,
by Emil.
yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think Johnny that bought that company, right? And oh shit.
Hmm.
Um, remember, guys, if you guys are old enough to remember how we used to have Greyhound. It was actually two. We only got one now. Remember when we used to have Greyhounds and Trailways. I think Greyhound had bought out Trailways. They both suck. You know, we used to have two go all the way across the country. Greyhound and Trailways. I remember when I was a kid, like I said, my parents broke up, and that time my dad didn't pay for no plane ticket with his cheap ass. He put us on a bus from L.A. all the way to D.C. Took us 4 days to go all the way the fuck over there on that goddamn bus. Sleeping on the bus, get up. Oh my God, that was the longest bus ride I ever had in my life. Shit was 4 damn days of coops, crack pots, nuts, bag women,
Oh,
bag men, crack heads.
it's a bad women, bad women, bad men, crackheads.
Right,
You know,
right back. Like Erica about said, bag. What's the association? She has a song called Bag Woman or something. Put down all those bags.
but I was
Whatever she
saying, Emily,
said.
I take Greyhound bus always when I'm on the leave going back
When
home.
you
I don't
when you
get with.
when you leave, where you live at, Emil? Before you take a Greyhound all the way home, you ain't bought your car. I know that's got to be. How far you got to go, Emil? Where you live at? Where? 'Cause I know you stationed in Virginia still, right? Where you live at, Emil? How far are you going on that Greyhound? You got to be going crazy on that bus.
Why? He also says, I have a car. I just never drive back home alone from another state because people drive reckless these days. I agree with you, man. Oh, reckless me?
That's and might drive reckless, but damn, you really get on that Greyhound bus and drive your car? No way. I don't care how reckless they drive. There's a bunch of reckless crackpots on that bus. So how far you go? Emil, which state do you live in, Emil? What state you live in? I wonder how far you're going on this bus. Because you probably got to have a transfer on different buses, stop at one station, another city, and get on another Greyhound, transfer to go somewhere else. I wouldn't wish a Greyhound bus on my worst enemy. Man, I rode a Greyhound like I said since I was a kid, like now maybe 25. Yeah, 6 years ago I had to ride one to Memphis. Oh my God, it was the worst nightmare I ever had. There's a bunch of legal Mexicans they were bringing in the country. I said, what are these illegal Mexicans? That's about beside me howling and screaming. I said, oh my God, this is crazy. I'll never do this again. There's no way. There's no way. No way. You're a better man than me, Emil.
Jason says some people rather ride a Greyhound bus beside get on an airplane, especially all the recent plane crashes. And you also add plane
Well,
crashes are another.
not me. I'd rather go down. I'd rather go crash and die. That's how bad riding a Greyhound bus is to me. You can't scare me with no plane crash. The key, plane might crash. Well, I was gonna die that day because maybe I'll be the one that survived. But I ain't riding this bus. I tell you that.
I also
It's
see you
been a
say
bus. Go ahead, Joby.
he says yeah, but plane crashes is another thing. However, I still want to travel the world. Never set foot on South America at Antra Antara. What does that?
You ain't gonna do that on no bus. You're gonna have to get a plane.
Not
You ain't,
good. I can read that, man. Antara and
huh?
Antakast and oh, I can't read that. Antarctica. I don't know. I can't read that.
And
What's that?
Antarctica,
Yeah,
Antarctica.
Antarctica. Antarctica. Yeah,
That's
that
the
one.
that's the South Pole, Joe. This say South Pole.
Yeah, and the North Pole. You also added the North Pole as well. Uh, Jason says, just don't film the ground as spikes. Come on. Since all our trips, you guys, and then that's something also we were arguing today. Wallace just called me today, Kate, and he was confirming because we had told him we're traveling today. I told him we're traveling today, so he didn't know we had switched the plans and everything. So he's like, you guys are not traveled yet? Like, your phone is not ringing different. I'm like, yeah, I'm still in Kenya. Then he's like, you guys always travel in the morning. So, yeah, kids, we've never traveled in the evening. We've
I
never
don't know.
traveled in the
Wallace,
evening.
Wallace is crazy.
Family, family. Listen, you guys, when you guys have seen us going, me and Katie to be specific, going to Tanzania, when did we air our shows? Was it morning or evening? It was morning.
It was always the evening when you guys started.
No, it was evening. It was always in the morning, like morning
it
hour time. Not you
was
guys.
dark. It was dark, Joe. Okay, yeah, okay. In the morning, okay, yeah. Early in the morning, like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's night. 12 o'clock in the morning. Not like that's
Time,
what I
our
mean.
time,
Late at night, early in the
our,
morning.
our time.
Yeah, your time, like 1 o'clock in the morning. That's nighttime.
No, it has never happened that way. No, we've always traveled in the morning, 5 a.m. in the morning, Kate. When we get to
I
the
I I don't
we
remember
still
all that. You say so, Joby. He didn't say so, but
it's crazy
they
because
must.
I was trying to like convince like Wallace, telling him, can you convince like Kate, this is not you know evening, this is morning, we do this in the morning. He's not understanding it's been happening in the morning. But anyway,
What
that's what's
difference
up.
does it make? You still gonna go on the damn bus first morning or eat? Does it make it? Does it make a difference? Yeah, I don't do
No,
the bus schedule. Those people
the
that own the bus do the schedule.
yeah, the difference is the difference is this is my first time traveling at night. I've never traveled at night. This is my first time, and the difference is it's a good different transportation with
It's
different
gonna,
things. It's like
it's gonna be
fun.
nice. Yeah, but nice. I go ride in style with your Netflix and you know, if they would have left today, guys, they would give them champagne. I don't need these broads on the bus drunk. So Shamani and Joby like to drink too. They've been all drunk, drinking all kind of champagne.
Oh my goodness! You didn't just say
they,
that in front of people. That's not. No,
they,
that's not.
they, they would have been they would have been tipsy as hell.
We have to arrive in the morning, so we'll be good. Like we'll be all right. Like, those guys are really serious. They're like, you guys are not traveling today. We got even some free men for you, like, free company. They'll entertain you guys,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, they're gonna travel, entertainer. Why was Wallace worried about you guys? I told him you guys wouldn't leave until Monday. Why is he worried
I
about you
don't,
guys leaving today?
I don't know if you, I don't know. I had not told him anything, so I didn't know if you had told him anything. So he called me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I told him I ain't got no money for the damn stuff today. I gotta send money for Job and then they gotta travel. Like,
I get it. I get it. But I also see Emil says it's a 5 hour transit because of several stops, but a straight drive is 2 to 3 hours. That's the answer is giving you. And also see says the bus I purchased a ticket for always departs 9:55 a.m. and arrives in North Carolina 2:45 p.m. That's you arrive in. I think that's what you meant. And
oh,
then
that ain't just for okay, man. You from North Carolina? What part of North Carolina you from, man? Okay, you from the Carolinas, all right? Okay, all right, because you're not going too far. You're just going from Virginia to Carolina. Okay, you're not going that far. Well, depends on you live in Western Carolina or Eastern Carolina. You know, you're probably not going that far. But if your ass is going far on that bus, boy, forget that.
So he says there was an occasion where I tried going there for in the morning to surprise my family, but the bus driver decided to quit in Richmond, Virginia. So I rode with a stranger back home who offered me. Wow, that's crazy. I can't trust those.
You were back with a stranger. Yeah, but see, he a man, but I don't think. But exactly, you're a woman, though. It's different. You know, ain't nobody trying to get females coochie. He got a penis. He got a penis.
I
So
mean,
yeah, a woman that's dangerous. A woman that's dangerous as hell.
yep,
Exactly.
yep, yeah. I also see Jason says, just imagine Joby drinking old English malt liquor. I knew women would fight
Oh,
drinking that stuff. Old English malt.
malt liquor. No, Joby be messed up. I don't think they got malt liquor in Kenya. Cause I ain't seen it in Africa. I ain't really look. I don't drink, so I ain't look for it then. I don't know if they got malt liquor or not. Imagine Somali and Joby on malt liquor, they'd be fucked up within half an hour. They'd be fucked up.
Let me see. Is this what you're talking about? We do have some malt drinks. I don't know which one
Okay,
you are talking
say
about.
malt.
Uh,
Just say malt liquor. You got malt liquor.
this one?
MALT.
This one?
Huh?
Is it this one on the screen?
It's a bunch of them. Yeah. That's old English. Yo, shit. That shit's rot gut. That shit rot your gut. You drink that shit, you'll be drunk. You'll be drunk in 20 minutes.
Okay. I don't know which one you guys are talking about.
That's it. That's it right there. It's a bunch of
Oh,
them.
we don't
It's
have
a
this
bunch.
one.
Yeah, it's
We
a
have a
bunch of
malt.
different.
We have a malt energy drink,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
There's a bunch of different types of it.
I like the malt
Different,
energy. Nice.
the different brands. It's all malt liquor, but it's just different brands.
Okay. All right. Okay. That's what's up. But also see, Emil says I live in Raleigh. Raleigh. Am I pronouncing that correctly? Raleigh. Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Okay, there's a Raleigh. You live in the capital.
Yeah. He
Can I
graduated
get a
from
can I
Forest
get
High.
a can I get a 4-piece mild
Them in the
uh combo large?
Let's keep a minute. But yeah, that's what's up. That's really what's up. But yeah, we're about to be getting into the Diddy situation. Let me see. Let me put out the Cassie testifying on Diddy. Let's see if we're gonna. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting into the Diddy situation. Um, okay. I saw a lot of videos for reacting to them. I think TikTok is best.
Since I'm not gonna make it home, I thought I'd stop and give me some Popeyes chicken. If somebody's getting on a fancy bus, I deserve some chicken.
Uh-oh. All right. That's what's up. Let's see. Cassie. Let's see. All right. Let me see. Let me share my right screen. TikTok.
Talk.
I was in the courtroom as Cassie was testifying, so let me tell you guys everything that you didn't see or may have not heard, because it's a lot. I will say the most damning part of her testimony for me is when she describes a freak off where Diddy and another man, an escort, are standing on top of her while she is laying on the floor high off of ecstasy, and they are urinating on her face to the point where she is choking on their pee. To further give context, on the right-hand side of the court, seated her husband Alex. On the left-hand side, Diddy's 6 out of 7 kids. We're sitting in the courtroom as Cassie is describing having weekly freak-offs for years that would last 2, 3, one lasted up to 4 days. She talked about damaging hotel rooms so bad in one instance that they had to pay such a hefty fee because the hotel told them that they needed to completely redecorate the room after a freak off. After a freak off, there would be blood, urine, and lots of baby oil. There was so much baby oil. There was also so much baby oil talk to the point where the judge at one point told prosecutors, wrap it up. But before we even got there, a very pregnant Cassie was called to the stand. She was wearing a tight, brown turtleneck dress that was hugging her baby bump. When she sat down, you could tell she was nervous. And if you couldn't, you quickly picked up on it because once she started talking, you noticed that she paused a lot. She would sigh heavily before she answered a question. One of those moments was when she explained to the court that a year into their relationship, that Diddy had approached her with this fantasy that he had. He called it voyeurism, where he wanted to see her have sex with another man, later referred to as freak-offs. She said her stomach dropped. She was 22 years old. She described herself as very naive and a people pleaser. She said the only reason that she agreed to it is because she knew it would make him happy, and she was afraid what would happen if she said no. That's also around the time, she says, they started to get abusive. Most of her testimony today was spent on talking about these freak-offs, the different
No. Now Joey was naive when we got Joey 22 too. I don't think Joey would have did all this crazy stuff because
No.
also also she's probably gonna mention this. This girl Cassie, when she got involved with all this debaucherous stuff, this P Diddy nigga was sick. He had her he had her jerking off men, right? Jerking them off, and then meet him in the bedroom. She would keep the cum in her hand and then go back and rub it all on his chest and shit. I was like, what? You talking about something so disgusting. It's unfathomable to me. You can you rub another man's nut on your chest?
What?
Exactly. Joey said what? He would make her Joey. Jerk off the prostitute the male escorts, right? Keep the sperm in her hand
Oh,
and then go back in the room and rub it on his chest.
oh my goodness.
You're talking about somebody that's so sick, it's unfathomable. Like you can't make this up. This is you don't got you're not a sex addict. You messed up in the head. But go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
Mhm.
would use. She said that she would find escorts off of Craigslist and this escort service called Cowboys for Angels. And to describe them, they weren't the most attractive men, right? They were very average looking. Some of them weren't even conventionally attractive. One thing they had in common is most of them were black because Diddy preferred for her black men with a big D, she said. At one point, Cassie broke down in tears when the
I'm about to say,
prosecutor asked her
you
why
exactly.
did she agree with the
You
freak
know, he's
offs.
gonna want a man. The black man's got the big penis. You know, that's known globally. So he wasn't gonna want a little white man, a little Asian man, a little East Indian man. He was gonna want a black man with the big penis. You know, with the big D. so, so, so she on Craigslist looking for these damn escorts. The make it difference. He's ugly as long as he had that big penis to satisfy Puppy. So I don't know if
As he
Puppy was
explained,
sucking it or whatever he was doing. Go ahead, Joe.
disgusting and humiliating. Why not leave? And she started crying and said that she was very deeply in love. And this was the only alone time that she could get with Diddy. And it got to a point where this was kind of the only emotional
Yeah.
connection that she was getting.
He didn't
from
want
this
no
man she was
coochie. You were his beard. You women were his beard. He's a homosexual. He didn't want none. Your coochie was actually revolting to him. He was using you as cover to prove that he wasn't a homosexual. Put a pretty girl around you to prove that you're not a homo. So you were his beard, as they call it. But he didn't want your coochie was actually repulsive to him. Ugh, coochie. Hey, wrap that thing up. Get that thing out my face. Bring me some man penis around here. Go ahead, Joey.
So much more that I'll cover in another video, including his incessant phone calls, him tracking her down with his security, and her never being able to escape him.
He making she wouldn't tell on his ass.
Right in, not wasting any time. Before I get into what she has already said, I just want to say that her husband is in the courtroom and the defense tried to get him removed, saying that they might call him up as a witness later. But the prosecutor pushed back, saying that Cassie is going to need her support system when she's on the stand. They ended up meeting in the middle, saying that he can stay, but he will have to leave once Cassie gets to 2018, where she alleges that Diddy had her. Now, throughout Cassie's testimony, it's being said that she was dabbing her eyes, she was emotional, and she was resting her hand on her belly. Obviously, we know Cassie as a 38-year-old pregnant woman, but she described meeting Diddy when she was just 19 years old. She was modeling in New York City, but after meeting, she signed a 10-album deal with his label, Bad Boy Records. She was very honest with her testimony. She talked about the fact that he was this larger-than-life entrepreneur, and she was a fan of his music. She said she was 21 when Diddy made his first move. She was in Vegas celebrating her birthday when Diddy, out of nowhere, kissed her in the bathroom. She was really confused. She was young and a new artist and didn't really know the lay of the land when it came to things like that. She said she did not want him to kiss her at her 21st birthday, and she ran back to her room crying and telling her friend. After that, he started inviting her to hotel rooms in New York where he was staying because his home was being renovated. Cassie admitted she wanted to be around Diddy the same way everybody else did at that time. He said he was this fun, exciting, entertaining guy who happened to have her career in his hands. She described herself as someone that was truly inexperienced at the time and said that he would do on her, but that she wouldn't on him. She said he would make her feel crazy for not reciprocating and said that he was the first person she did that with. Cassie does say that at this time, she's the first someone else.
So he's the first penis she sucked. He would go down on her, lick her out, and then he would probably screaming hell. You guys start reciprocating this. Need some reciprocity. So young. So she's the first one. She's the first penis he's the first penis she sucked.
She talked about a trip she took later to Miami with Diddy and said that on that trip, Diddy gave her a blue dolphin pill. She said that was the first time they had actually done it. She also testified that Diddy basically controlled everything. Music, her image, who she talked to, made her submit song lists that were assigned busy work just to keep her occupied. As far as her music goes, she says he gave her no control over the release of her music and that she recorded hundreds of songs, 9 albums worth, but only released one. Said she was never paid for the rest. In fact, it almost felt like the freak-offs became the work. Cassie says once she started dating Diddy, she had to cut off her manager because he was managing her former boyfriend. As far as living arrangements, she said at one point they moved back to LA so he could be closer to his kids, but he was paying the rent and he had the keys to her apartment and he would walk in unannounced. She also said that he had her so close to his home that he could travel between the two with a golf cart. She wasn't responding to him. He became an incessant caller and he would send security and assistance to track her down. Cassie also talked about the physical abuse in the relationship. He would knock me over, drag me, kick me, stomp me in the head.
Cassie, you wasn't that talented. That's why he wasn't. He was using it just for a beard and to do all kind of sexual favors for him and shit. That get shit with men. He never gonna make no money from you. Being an artist, you're really not that talented. We'll keep it 100. I wouldn't even put out one album with your ass on it because you're not really talented. You can't really sing. So him being around real singers, he's not gonna put you out. There's no money to be made in you. He's using you because you were young, impressionable, innocent, and he can make you do all that freaky shit with him because you were all impressed by him being Puff Daddy and all that nonsense. So, you didn't have a sense of self. And so you got, and then all the stuff he's done, I still haven't heard nothing illegal. All the stuff he's done, there's no illegal in being a freak and a nut. Him putting cum on his chest and all this crazy stuff he done. Still nothing illegal and none of this freaky shit. So go ahead, Joe.
Happened too frequently, and that he would leave her with black eyes, knots, busted lips, and bruises all over her
Now
body.
that's
She didn't
illegal.
stop the physical
But
abuse because she said he was all
that's beyond. But see, how long ago is that? That's beyond the limits of that's beyond the time limit. You gotta report that. You got 7 years to report that, girl. You limits of statutory. I can't get my. I'm on a brain fart. You know, your limits are up. So no, unless you got proof of him doing that, that's not even a crime no more because you know you passed the limits. No, you got 7 years to report that shit. Then it's gone. You probably did it, but you passed passed the limits already. So still no. Go ahead, Joe.
abusing her. He would tell her things like fix your face, watch your mouth, and he would hit her if he didn't like her facial expressions. Now we get into the freak-offs. Said within the first year of the relationship, he introduced her to what he called a freak-off. He told her it would be acts with male escorts while he watched and directed. She said it wasn't something I wanted to do, but I didn't know what no would turn into. He also feared blackmail from the tapes that he was recording. He told the jury that he had many resources to put these tapes on the internet. I know a lot of people were shocked when the first male escort witness said that this could go on for an hour to 10 hours, but she testified today that it would go on for 4 days sometimes. Described it as her job, saying that it would include substances, drinking.
She said 96 hours
to recover after the fact. As far as her state of mind goes, she says she's nervous.
You said some guys are having sex for 96 hours up in there. That's a 96 hours. That's 4 days. Who's having coochie fest for 96 hours? Ain't you dehydrated? What's going on? Go ahead.
And a people pleaser who just wanted to make him happy. He said eventually she realized that Diddy had many girlfriends, but for a time she believed that they were monogamous. Cassie did admit that she would see other men and he would also see other women. He said he'd tell her, I am Puff Daddy, and she was insanely jealous. Cassie also talked about her relationship with her ex-best friend, Carrie Morgan, and why they had a falling out. He said it was a violent incident where Diddy threw a wooden hanger at Carrie during a fight that gave her a concussion. Because of that incident, the relationship between the two friends completely ended. A legal settlement followed, and Cassie ended up paying Morgan herself to settle the dispute. Right before break, Cassie said that the freak-offs consumed her life and her career. Recalled spending entire weeks either doing substances or recovering from it. Asked how that affected her music, she smiled slightly and said, "You're asking me." They did take a break from here, so I will be back later once she's back on the stand.
It's hard to imagine, but it got worse. The more that Cassie testified today, the more disturbing allegations we learned. Hello, my fam. It is Perez, the queen of all media, the original influencer, and your number one source for everything Diddy drama. Today was the first day that his ex-girlfriend of nearly a decade took the stand. She is the prosecution's star witness in his federal trial, where he is facing charges of racketeering, trafficking, and prostitution. She is going to be back later this week for more testimony, but what a way to begin things. I made several videos already. Watch those to be fully caught up, but warning.
Pause that for a second, Joby. If you notice, none of the cats who actually own the record. See, Puppy don't own shit. He's a puppet of the cat. None of the cats' names are being mentioned in any of these lawsuits. Where's Clive Davis, who gave him the record deal? And we know he was sucking Clive Davis' penis. That's a known fact. How he got the record deal, right? It was in the, Puppy was a little toy of Clive Davis. And we know Clive Davis had all the wild ass parties. Who's a cat? So where's the cats at? Jimmy Iovine, like I said, Clive Davis. Where's Clive Davis? So we know without the cats, there is no Puppy. Puppy's some goddamn moron who was cleaning up bathrooms and shit. Now you said that the reason why they gave him a label because he gave good head. He sucked good Jewish dick, right? And so where are the people that gave him the money? That gave him this label. He never owned the shit. Remember, Bad Boy was under Arista Records. Just like all black, there's no black independent music labels. Only one thing was independent was maybe um Master P's. But all these other, I got a record. None of them got no record labels. All under the J's. J's running on all of it. So where they at? They was in. They was all up in there, but none of their names are mentioned. You know why? Because they run the court system and they run the media. They own the media. That's why none of their names are in there. These people at them clubs, they the ones own the shit. Puppy don't own nothing, don't run shit but his mouth. He's put up there to be a gatekeeper to black culture, to make it debaucherous. This non-talent ass hack. What talent did he have? He's not no real producer. Everybody else produce shit. It's all make believe. Out of J's. And so, he got too crazy with the 6 parties. But I hear no Jewish names at all. They didn't know he was doing this. He worked for them. He's not independent. He worked for them. Yeah, does Bad Boy Steve even exist? Put us up real quick, Joby.
Okay.
Say who was the owner of Bad Boy Records? Say what record label did Bad Boy Records fall under? That is either J Records or Arista. Either one, Clive Davis on both. Think Clive Davis didn't know nothing about his bad behavior? You wouldn't want that out there to run your own record label. They probably would clean it.
Records was an American record label that ultimately fell under the umbrella and Sony Music Entertainment after they acquired Abteseyman.
Now it's under Sony, so they got rid of it. It wasn't always under no Sony. It was under Arista Records. That shit was under. But that's to clean it up now. They wasn't never under no Arista. It used to be under, but never under no Sony. It was under Arista Records. I remember back in the day. So they didn't know all this shit was going on. They didn't know all this shit was going on. Come on, good Joe.
Also, see Baron Scott karibu sana in the building. Hope you're doing amazing. Emily is asking, is it true oral sex is crime against nature? I read oral sex.
Is oral sex a crime against nature? No. I told you that crazy shit. No. It's actually normal. It's actually sacred to not. You're not supposed to do it with everybody. You're supposed to find that special woman, special man. It's actually a spiritual thing behind that. But people have made it. We've fallen so far behind. We make it nasty. It's actually some spiritual stuff. A woman's thing is actually spiritual, right? Her secretions are actually spiritual. But that's a whole nother show. So no, it's not a crime against nature. No.
Exactly. Yeah, but go back to the Cassie situation.
I did hosting parties when Sean approved them.
What comments did Sean make about your physical?
Today is day 3 of the.
So they showed Cassie a picture of her at the Canes Festival. They asked her what happened there. Cassie said that Sean accused her of taking off of his boat. Sean then threw Cassie off the boat and her passport was still on the boat. And she attended the red carpet that same exact night. And she attended the movie. They asked how she got back to New York. She says she got on a commercial flight and she traded her seats to get away from Diddy. But then Diddy traded his seat to get next to her. And while he's sitting next to her, he shows her a video of the right there. And he said that he would release them. And they asked how Cassie felt. And she said she felt trapped. So they landed in New York. They went to a dinner. And after that, Diddy wanted to have another. They asked Cassie, why did she do it? And she said, to make him not threaten me. They asked Cassie if prior from June 2013, if Diddy had been violent with her before then, and she responded yes. And they said, have you told him that you did not want to participate in those? And she said yes. She said she would take Valium when she would have anxiety before the. And now they're taking a lunch break, so I will get back to you guys once I hear more news from what's coming in. Comment down below, hit that follow button.
Now heard more from Cassie after the lunch break, and Kid Cudi has entered the chat. Not only that, but we're also hearing how the jury reacted to seeing images from the freak off tapes, and we heard about how security ran after Cassie when she tried to get away when Diddy was abusing her. Cassie also admits to being physical, and we get information about how much her mom did or did not know. No videos were shown today. Instead, jurors were handed personal screens so that they could privately see images taken from what Cassie called freak off videos. Cassie had a binder on the stand with her, and she was going through images identifying people in them. Cassie was listing the names of the male escorts, and in some of the images, she said it was herself with baby oil on her, and reporters say that one female juror rested her hand over her chest. Also say that a male juror quickly averted his eyes, and another wrote notes while clearly shaken. Prosecutor Emily Johnson then shifted the focus to when the abuse began. He said the first time that he got abusive with her was when she was in his Escalade.
Pause that, Joe. Pause that. See,
Cassie and Diddy's text messages that were
pause that, Joe. Pause that. See, you got to put baby oil on them butt cheeks. Make them shine right. And if you guys remember back in the day, Spike's no good ass. He couldn't afford the baby oil. So he put cooking oil on them bras in the studio with this goofy ass.
Today were so explicit that they didn't even read them out loud. And sitting in the gallery is Cassie's husband.
Spikes would be another Diddy if he had some money, boy. That's no good, man. Spikes would be another Diddy if he had some money. Shit.
Many facial expressions. He is tense. As we're going through text message after text message, Alex's jaw is clenched. His face is getting red. And occasionally, he would just stare directly at Diddy. Meanwhile, Diddy can't stop moving. There is not a passive bone in his body. All of the attorneys, the judge, the witness, the jurors, and even those of us who are watching all have screens. So those of us who are members of the press or the public have one big screen. The attorneys all have screens in front of them, so do the jurors, the judge, and the witness. And this is how we would see the text messages that are being discussed. And each time a text message would pop up, Diddy would grab his glasses and immediately look at the screen and whisper something into his attorney's ear. He's been constantly writing things down as Cassie is talking, and he writes so many post-it notes to his attorneys that in the beginning, the post-it notes were orange, and now they're pink. So I think he ran out of the deck. It's rare that he's still. He's always whispering something into his attorney's ears, going back and forth between this one and that one. And when he is still, it's because he's intently watching his defense attorney question Cassie. The jury, meanwhile, is ping-ponging back and forth. Each time someone talks, they look at them, and then they wait for the response. Now, as for Judge Arun Subramaniam, he is a no-nonsense judge.
Pause it again, Joey. Pause it again. They better not ever put this dude in general population. He's going to jail. It's just too much shit, right? Because he's black. There ain't no crime here, but he's black. And they're going to want to, they got to make a black man the face of debauchery. Because I said it's one white man that control them. Puppy's just a puppet. You don't control nothing.
Doesn't take much time to make a decision. So if
the
side objects,
and they found out that am I breaking up?
Yeah.
Am I breaking up? So, and they find out that you've been putting men's sperm on your chest. You're gonna get violated like you and them been violated. They gonna fuck you to death up in their eyes, puppy. You're gonna survive in the prison. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead, Joe. You got it. Did you guys hear me? Maybe go and went to the bathroom.
He'll say overruled or sustained. He also is very, very nice to the jury. Yesterday, he told them that we were going to start at 9:30 sharp. And today, when both sides were taking so long because they were going back and forth over evidence, he told them to wrap it up and then apologize to the jury for being 7 minutes late. The first 2 days, Cassie was wearing tight turtleneck maxi dresses, but today she switched it up. She was wearing a tuxedo blazer with a blue pinstripe blouse, some Bermuda shorts, and always wearing a small heel. For the first time today, she pulled her hair back into a ponytail and left out 2 strands. And as beautiful as she looks, at times you could tell that she is really uncomfortable because she is very, very pregnant. Diddy, meanwhile, I could best describe him as looking like a suburban dad. He's been saying that most of his hair is gray and he wears these crew neck sweaters. Today, it was a caramel colored sweater and mismatching gray slacks. But between the gray hair, the glasses, the crew neck sweater, the collar, the gray slacks, He looks like any other dad in the suburbs. He still smiles occasionally, and he's always scanning the crowd. When he sees his family, he gives them a heart symbol. The first 2 days of the trial, all 6 of Diddy's adult children showed up.
That dude is all the way gray. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like old man. Good God. Go ahead, Joe.
Sexual acts with Diddy and Cassie, the 3 girls got up, they're between the ages of 18 and 19, got up and left the courtroom. They came back for Cassie's testimony, but they haven't been back since. I will say, when we returned from break, a lot of the jurors are beat. You can see their energy depleting. They're either leaning or they're yawning or their eyes are heavy. That happened today, except when the defense started bringing up Kid Cudi and the line of questioning started getting intense. And then I noticed that a lot of them started perking up and started writing notes.
Oh my God. Cassie says she had so many UTIs dealing with P. Diddy that she had to take opiates because the antibiotics did no longer work. Do you understand the ramification of that? She had so many UTIs. Now she getting these UTIs because she got so much of that milk inside of her that she got to go rub on his nipples, that she is getting so many UTIs that the antibiotics that they give you for the UTI, which is usually amoxicillin, is not working. So she's having to take
a urinary tract infection
opiates to get through the pain. Keep in mind, she's doing these Wild King night parties few days a week. On top of that, he's sharing the videos amongst his friends, and people come up to her. She said today when she was on the stand, somebody came up to her at a hosting party that she was at to tell her that they had saw the video. She texts him immediately and say, don't let those videos get out. If that gets leaked, it's going to embarrass my mom. He was using so much coercion and so much manipulation, psychological abuse, and emotional abuse to keep this young girl trapped in this situation. And y'all sitting on here victim blaming, talking about she could have left at any time. She could have left at any time. No, she couldn't. Did you see what he did to Kid Cudi allegedly?
Y'all, let's get into it. Diddy's own daughters walked out of the courtroom yesterday crying during graphic testimony. And today, Cassie took the stand and dropped bombshell after bombshell. And according to ABC News, the jury was looking at Diddy.
Your daddy's a pervert. I'm sorry, your daddy's a pervert. He's mad. Your daddy is a pervert that can't be defined. Your daddy's sick in the head. He can't be really rehabilitated. So when they put him back in prison, they're going to put him in the yard with the regular dudes. They're going to kill him. They're going to unalive his ass. And it's going to be brutal. The brothers, when they get to him, they're going to unalive his ass. And it's going to be brutal. It's going to be brutal when they get to his ass. It's going to be brutal. Go ahead, Joe.
Disgust. The room is shifting, and his legacy is unraveling in real time, right in front of us. Cassie gave it to the court raw. She testified that she was coerced into freak-offs, scripted sexual acts involving strangers, rugs, and sometimes cameras. She said she was scared to say no to Diddy because when she did, he'd explode. Violent, controlling, unpredictable. She talked about being dragged and screamed at, manipulated, and isolated.
You know it's true because
when she started
pause that. You know it's true because Kim Porter, the one who had the kid by who died, he did the same thing with her first. And remember, that's when Tupac was about to punch Diddy in the fucking face because he wanted to have sex with Pac, but he wanted to use Kim Porter as a bargaining chip. Say, man, let's both bang Kim. He's like, what, man? That's your wife. Fuck is you talking? And so story goes, Pac was like, man, what you talking about, man? You disgusting. Fuck is wrong with you? And then Kim writes in a book, it wasn't that she was trying to give him her to Pac. Puppy wanted Pac to have sex with his ass. That's where that was going. He said, man, what's wrong with you, man? This woman's your wife. You're a sick dude, right? So All this stuff was happening way before Cassie showed up. He was doing it with Kim Porter a decade before, right? And he was going back and forth at the same time. She was seeing Cassie. And allegedly, we know that allegedly, telling somebody was about to spill the beans, somehow they would end up dead with pneumonia somehow, right? Some strange case of pneumonia. But if you read this Cassie story, it reads just like Kim's story, like Kim Porter. It's the same thing. Just rinse and repeat. Rinse is the same story that was going on with Kim. And Kim died, 2017, right? So it was the same debaucherous behavior. So, and that's why when Al B. Shore found him, I can remember Kim and Al B. had a child together. That puppy ended up adopting. But, he's like, hey. And the funny part about Kim was honest. Kim said when P. Diddy asked him to sleep with Pac, she wanted to because she said, I was young and Pac is sexy, right? So she kept it 100. She said, I was going to because Pac is sexy. And hey, he was giving me the green light. But Pac wasn't down for no freaky threesome, right? With no other dude. Me neither. You can't, what? You had no dude's penis next to me. Are you fucking crazy? You out of your fucking mind. Me and another dude on one lady, that's disgusting. See your, what? Ain't no damn way. But he had offered that to Pac, and Pac said, man, you keep acting crazy, I'm gonna hit you in your mouth, right? So that's what Kim said. That's how they originally fell out. Because with Pac, with P. Diddy was asking Pac to do, he said, man, you fucking disgusting. This is your wife. You want another man to have sex with your wife? You sick in the head. So, but Kim said she was down for it because Pac was sexy. Pac said, hell no, I'm not down for no weirdo shit like this. Kim was down for it because I was going to do it because Pac is sexy. So anyway, go ahead, Joby.
Okay, as we get closer to winding up.
We're going to wind up until we got to get out of here.
Her boss, her label, her head, her entire career. At one point, she said he made her call him Papa, the same name she used for her grandfather. That is not intimacy. That is psychological warfare. She shared that when she was sick, like physically unwell, she was still expected to perform. There was no choice. And the freak-offs, they weren't about pleasure. They were about power. And he controlled where she went, what she wore, when she spoke. This was possession, not a partnership. And baby, ABC News reported the jury was visibly reacting. Frowns, head shakes, face turns. You could feel the judgment in that room. These are vetted jurors, and even they couldn't hide how disturbed they were by Cassie's testimony. The prosecution said Diddy didn't just abuse Cassie. He ran a whole criminal enterprise. Ex-trafficking, racketeering, control over people's lives, bodies, and voices. Meanwhile, Diddy's team is saying this was consensual. Just two adults in a freaky relationship. But let me tell you something. If this was consensual, why are the jurors disgusted and daughters walking out in tears? Let's not overlook this. Cassie didn't have to testify. She already settled her civil case. She could have just disappeared, but she showed up under oath to speak to power. And now the world isn't just watching. The world is finally listening.
They're not speaking of power. Puff Daddy's not the power behind the throne. He's just the black moron that they put up there. He's not the power. And everybody knows he's not the power. So this the fake media nonsense. And the power behind the throne. Puffy's not the power behind the throne. Everybody fucking knows it. Puffy's some dude you got from the mailroom who was sucking cock as a child. That's why he knew how to suck white Jewish penis good. Well.
Wow.
But he's not the That's how deep it goes, Joe. That's how nasty and deep it goes. Power behind no throne. That's why you hear. That's why you hear none of the real names, Joby. You hear none of the real names who actually own the music and probably don't own no music industry, Joby. You don't own shit. You don't own nothing. Where are the people that actually own the shit, Joe?
No,
you don't see none of exactly the power.
John Mosquito is shout out to John Mosquito. He's acting. You are saying Spikes is a low budget P Diddy.
He is a low budget P Diddy. If he gets some money, he is. He said he's doing with women. Look, Joby had some girl. He was starving women and getting coochie. He was doing the same P Diddy shit. Starving girls that wouldn't give him coochie, and they're putting cooking all on people trying to make movies up in the stove. Kind of wretched. Spike is a low budget P Diddy. Exactly. He's a low budget. He don't got the money. If Spikes had the money, Spikes been doing all kind of crazy shit. Look at that. Look. Joby came in on Spikes and some dude. I don't know if they ran I don't know if both guys was sexing that girl that was in there or not that day Joby came in there. They both were drunk that day you came in and said, Spikes, you're a fuck up. You always be a fuck up.
Yeah, the first day I came, they were just fucked up, you know. The first day, they were just fucked up, you know.
No, not that. The day when you had to put Spikes out of the studio right there last year.
Man.
And the girl said, Sweetie said, don't call me Sweetie. He said, and go ahead, Joey, go ahead. What now? Go ahead.
Use condoms under the cushions, you guys. I'm not even kidding about this. Like, this is just so Spikes. Man, shout out to Spikes, man. Shout out to Spikes, being honest.
It's a low budget P Diddy for real. Disgusting. So when I seen that girl in there with Joseph, I said, did both of them have sex with this girl up in here? There's some Spikes shit here. Spikes is this. And Spikes is as an alcoholic. He's a drunk. So he's already drunk. Joey yelling at him, get out, bro. Give me the keys, Spikes. Give me the keys. My friends laughing about that video. Give me the keys.
I was very furious because the caretaker called me so mad, this complaint. And I don't like hearing my caretaker complaining because we live good. Like, my relationship and him is so good, like so peaceful, nothing, no chaos. So he called me, he's like, yo, he started to say, the watchman has complained, so and so was here, they've been banging the gate the whole night, they were with a certain girl and other men. Like, hold on, what's going on? Calm down. You gotta take me slow. What's happening? It's like, there are people in your studio. You didn't tell me there are people in your studio tonight. I'm like, I didn't say there's anyone in the studio tonight. Yeah, there's a party that has been going on in the studio tonight. People have been banging on the door. Like, what? I was mad. I was super mad. I was so mad. I'm like, what? Specs? I just talked to you like 2 weekends ago. Don't fuck up this shit. I just had that scene. I had a serious talk with that guy, like one-on-one, me and him, like, yo, don't fuck up anything. You wanna bring people here? Let me know. You have guests? Let me know. I don't give a fuck who you bring in. You have to let me know. Because you won't be allowed to get in here just anyhow you want without me knowing. You have to let me know. Like, he thought it was in Gong Road, you know. You can just bring anybody, you know, and Joby's not gonna know. I got CCTVs here. I can get footages of anything I want. Anything I want. Who was here? At what time?
I can't believe he do it again. Spikes, you're not to be trusted ever, Spikes. You say no. You ain't gonna do right, Spikes. This ain't no good, man. You just ain't no damn good. And people wouldn't know except for the English. When I gave you a chance because Michelle, I like Spikes. Give him another chance. And Spikes is a fuck up. Every time he'll fuck it up. He's a drunk and he does freaky shit.
We tried. Personally, I was just mad for. I was not even mad for them sleeping here. I was mad for them disrespecting the
I
watchman.
was, I was
There.
mad.
And then coming finding out now the fact that you are fucking a bitch here, and then that bitch is talking crazy to me. Like, you crazy? Are you crazy? I'm finding some used condoms under this. Like, are you crazy? I'm not allowing that BS right here. Like, no,
Yeah.
call
Because
me,
they go,
bad guy, call me, Joby. Joby's a loud mouth. That's what he used to say.
that was that
Call me,
was that was that was what you're supposed to do. But he's
yeah,
not supposed to be doing that. So I was wrong, but I was wrong again. But trusting his no good ass again because Michelle said, "Oh, Keith, let's give him another chance." I ain't got 100 damn chances. Like it's a fuck up. Uh, and I remember we saw the video of Joby doing it. She said, Michelle said, "Oh, Spikes, no." I said, "Yeah, again with this nasty nigga, again."
man, I was so, but I was so mad. I was so mad. I don't remember that morning. I was ready to fight. Like, I came here like ready for war. Like, what are you talking about, Spikes? What? That lady's talking crazy to me. I'm like, like what? Somebody better catch that lady, because I'm gonna catch her. Like, somebody better tag. Like, I was seated there. I remember I was seated right here recording the videos. Like, somebody, she's like, somebody better catch me, but I'm like, somebody better catch her. You know, crazy. It's crazy, man. But yeah, it is what we have to go through, or what we've gone through, man. I love our growth, being honest. I'm so happy we're traveling again. Shout out to Mr. Blackwood for making it happen again, for Blackwood Network making it possible again. So yeah, this is why I think we're gonna be winding up with my conversation for today, the Africa Today show. See you guys in June again for the Africa Today show. But of course, the shows will be going on. We'll be having Iwaton taking over for the Africa Today show, like I said. So yeah, you guys be nice, easy on her, be easy with her. Of course, she'll be with Keith as well. So whatever the conversation they'll be having, I'll be trying, of course, tune in and see what you guys are talking about. Yeah, I'll be I'll be tuning in and seeing what you guys are gonna be talking about. But we'll be having, of course, live broadcast from Tanzania on what we're gonna be doing with the restaurant, wherever we're gonna be. So yeah, see you guys right there. I'm so excited. It's been a minute. The Sagittarius in me is so excited. Like, so happy for this trip. I'm so grateful at the same time. Happy and grateful at the same time. So I also see Spikes got a lot of room. People with the men in studios must be the fetish. That's disgusting, bruv. Okay, even if there's I don't even discuss that, but that's disgusting. You can't be having multiple partners, like that. Just after this one, after this one, after you're disgusting. You're
It is
disgusting
disgusting.
person.
And for a woman, it's disgusting.
I
Woman, you
even
made different.
I don't care. Even for a man, you are a
Man,
disgusting being. Yeah. The moment you're dealing with multiple women, like I don't, Keith,
you
you're
know,
my witness. I'll cut you off of a friend. Like, I'm not dealing with you.
and I know I get.
The moment I say you can stick with just one person, like, can correct your mistakes. Like, bye, bruv. Bye. I don't care how tight the friendship is. I'm cutting you off. Because they say birds of the same feather flock together. I'm not flocking with you with your bad behaviors. I'm not flocking with you. I don't want to be seen with people with bad behaviors. No, I don't flock. No, I don't move like that. I'm very, I'm very attached to my own personal shit. So no. Mm-mm. John Wesley says, Joby, who am I gonna take? Who am I gonna make fun of while you are away? I'll be around, I know. No tomatoes, no onions, no lemons. You'll be seeing me around. I'll be having much more of the yellow color, especially in Tanzania. I like me yellow, so yeah. You'll be seeing me popping with. I like. I love me yellow, so that's one of the most packed clothes in my suitcase. Literally, like yellow. So
Ain't that
you.
funny? You guys remember Rumi's eye used to love yellow too. Because Rumi's eye is dark like Joby. And when we say yellow makes the melanin pop,
Yeah.
I'm trying to do my room beside Zimbabwe accent. Keep yellow makes the melanin pop.
Yeah, we have yellow. I love yellow. I love maroon, but my most favorite
Mm.
color is white. I love me white clothes, white shoes.
Oh,
I I love
we
seeing
know,
that being
we know,
maintained to the
we know you
end.
like, we know you like white shoes. But God damn,
Yeah, I love seeing
yo,
that
you got.
being
Have you guys know
maintained.
how dusty the roads are in Africa? And Jovi's shoes be white as shit. Well, how your white? How your shoes stay white?
Yep, I like my shoes. I like seeing. I like white. Like that's my favorite to go
All right,
sports white
all right,
clothes color. Like I love white so much.
all right.
But anyway, have yourselves a beautiful day. See you guys in 2 weeks. That's so sad. But in 2 weeks, of course.
You guys listen. They
Yeah,
they'll stream out in Tanzania a few times. Yeah.
of course.
Well,
Yeah, but be nice to Iwaton, kindly. Be nice to Iwaton. Be nice to our
every time's gonna get that work.
Oh my god. I'm feeling pity for I'm feeling kind of a pity for Iwaton because the guys are kind of rough sometimes. But
All
anyway, yeah.
right.
That's
Ain't gonna be none of that inspirational shit.
what Joe Mosquito said. Joe Mosquito said Iwaton is about to get that work. Jason says that's so sad. Emily says Iwaton is cool. That's so sad. You guys have different perspective of her, so that's so sad. But I hope you guys get to enjoy the 2 weeks of the Africa Today show with her, of course, her show, and the show she'll be bringing with Kamlesh. You guys, we were having a conversation before even Kamlesh came back, like
Okay.
how will they be able to tackle each other? And then we had that conversation now in reality with Kamlesh. Kamlesh is like, God damn, this just hit me that I'm about to be here with Iwaton for 2 weeks.
He don't never act like every time bothers his ass.
It just hit him completely. It's like, oh my goodness, I'm about to be here for real 2 weeks with Iwaton. It's crazy. So, that's so
Oh God.
yeah, that's so sad. Iwaton is just on our own bubble, for real. Like, she's in our own bubble. So until you get to burst our own bubble, you're in your own bubble. For real. You won't find with her. You won't catch up with her per se. So you'll be in your own zone. She's in her own zone. But
I know, but
anyway,
it seems like they got along all right. Shit.
they do. They have a good chemistry. It's just that not that much chemistry, like me and Shmani, and now we're crazy as for us. Like we're really crazy,
Yeah.
but Rotten is kind of a chill, like really chill.
Yeah.
I hope they that's so sad. But anyway, much love, family. Have
What's
yourself
up, family?
and see you guys. Of course, Monday. We'll be streaming, of course, on our no on Monday, Tuesday. We'll be traveling at night. Monday, yeah, Monday night. Monday
Yeah,
night. So
Monday nights. So whenever they decide to start streaming on the bus or something, let us so we'll be there to watch them. Because it'll be daytime for us. So whatever. So
yeah, so much love, family. Joby is very assertive and I am. Thank you. I am very unapologetic. I am apologetic. I'm apologetic. I'm sorry for some things, but for some things I'm not. Okay, I'm careful with things I say. I'm careful in not hurting people. I know my place when I'm wrong.
she's better.
But
She's better now. She's better now. But a
exactly,
couple years ago, she was a little bit more little
yeah,
bit more talk to people crazy. She's better
yeah.
now.
I would, yeah. That helped me also keep people in check because trust me, I'd be having crazy people on my circle if I wasn't acting like that, being honest. So it helped me in a different way. It helped me in all different ways. But anyway, much love, family. See
Love,
you guys.
family.
Send your KFC chicken through our donation.
Hey, did you guys see KFC's now got waffles? You guys I seen that commercial to Joby or the WhatsApp. On TikTok, KFC's now got waffles, chicken and waffles. I said, here they go with that shit. Look at these damn bastards. We were talking about that. Joey just showed it Wednesday. It said, I scrolled yesterday. He said, "Oh, look what's new." You know, had the commercial voice right, like, "Look what's new. Look what KFC had put together. Ooh,
That's
waffles and KFC, waffles and chicken. Ooh,
Have yourself some
let's see. Let's see if it comes to Kenya, so Joey can tell us what it tastes like. I don't think it's gonna taste like no good, no real black stuff, but that's it. That's it. The waffles and chicken can come to Kenya.
Oh my goodness. But anyway, much love, family. Have yourselves a beautiful day. Kamlesh should be talking about football for 3 hours. He's been diverse, literally. He's been talking about what is
That
this
UFC
called?
boxing,
Boxing.
UFC, yeah, boxing that UFC stuff.
Yeah, he's been talking about different things. So we'll catch up and see what's up, Drama Squid. Once again, nice to see you, but we're coming to the end. I love you guys so much.
Family, I've been gone, so I'm not gonna make it home tonight, but I will be on Saturday. Email 9 o'clock for the first game. Saturday, not tonight. Okay. Shut up, Joey.
My mom is shut. I'm just laughing. That's all.
What's up, family? What's up?
Much love, family. See you guys, man. Much love. I really love you guys so much. I'm gonna miss you, being honest. This is gonna be a missment, for not being on air.
She gonna miss you, but she gonna love me back in Tanzania, all on the beach, on the land, chilling.
I'm about to show you what real thirst trap is about. I'm a grown ass woman.
You don't like Tanzanian men, Joe. You better watch out. You're gonna get hurt down there.
I didn't say the men. I said me. I'm about to thirst trap myself. Like, look good for me. For my pictures.
Okay.
Yeah. Very much love, family. Good weekend. Ciao.
Peace.